What we're looking at here is a moisture problem. They had installed tile over the linoleum, but that wouldn't have mattered because there was still an area where the moisture had access underneath the flooring. Now the wall on the right of the picture is the opposite. On the other side of the wall is the outside of the house. And you're probably thinking that's where the moisture is coming from. Maybe they poured a concrete slab, or they have a sprinkler on the other side that's really putting some water into this area, but that's not the case. There is a concrete slab, but no big moisture problem. Now this arrow is pointing to a door that takes us to the garage. Now the garage shouldn't have any moisture in it, so where could this water be coming from? Well, the water is actually coming from the crack. You can see a small crack there, and this was actually a room addition. So someone added on to the back of the house, and when they poured their concrete slab, they got a crack in between the existing foundation and the room addition, and that's common. It's common to get a crack there, and it is also common to have moisture actually leak into this crack, creating problems for the flooring. Now here's what usually happens. Moisture starts to accumulate on the property, and then it will work its way underneath the concrete foundation. If there are any cracks, this moisture or water will actually, the cracks will provide easy access to the flooring. Now don't forget, concrete also absorbs moisture, so this will only compound the problems when we have water underneath the house that's trying to escape and get up, go anywhere it can, and then we have concrete that absorbs the moisture, and then the cracks of course expand and contract. All three of these things create problems for the flooring. They, over a period of time, like you're looking at in the picture here, it will actually separate the adhesive or separate the concrete. So I've seen it separate the concrete from the concrete, pop apart because of moisture. I've seen the adhesive not work properly and come apart, and then I've actually seen the flooring separate and come apart. And of course, when you have some cracks, it will actually just tear the floor. So there is one more thing that I would like to point out. Now that we know moisture is not good for your floor and cracks are even worse, we could actually have problems with our wood trim. Whenever you run into a situation like this, where you've had extended periods of moisture, it wouldn't be a bad idea to check your floor trim. Simply pop off a piece and see if there's any mold behind it, fungus, anything like that. And if there isn't, then there's probably no need to pop any more of the floor trim off. But you could have problems with the mold behind the floor trim and the drywall or the wallboard. And of course, if you have enough moisture, you could actually have termite problems. So pop the wood trim off. And again, an area like this piece of wood trim isn't very big. Pop it off. If you have black stuff, ooey gooey fungus looking stuff, or stuff you've never seen before behind the wood trim, you might want to do a little more detective work and see if there's termites or mold, and then if there is, fix that problem before you continue on with the rest of your project.